KBS booth, the 2012 PGA show, and I am with Kim from KBS Shafts. And we've been mentioning fitting in a lot of these videos and how they have a complete line. What is it about fitting that is so important?
Well, in order, I'm sure everybody knows how important fitting is. I would hope so. In order to play as well as you can possibly play, you have to be fit. There's, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. There was a time where people were fit through trial and error. On tour, we're very guilty of this because of what we have available to us and that kind of thing, where, a guy will come up with a whole bunch of drivers and hit this one, hit this one, hit this one, and then somewhere in that group of golf clubs, there's going to be a club in there they prefer. And that's the way, to be honest with you, that's the way we fit for years, if you want to call that fitting.
Right.
But with the equipment that's available, with the launch monitors and what's available today, for anybody who's serious about playing golf, if they don't get fit, they're missing the boat.
Now, with the launch of the C-taper shaft, you guys can fit basically any player.
Yes, with the KBS Tour, the original KBS shaft, which is really the meat and potatoes in terms of fitting a large population of people, that shaft goes from 90 grams all the way to 130 at every 5 grams. So somewhere in there, there's a shaft that's going to fit you, for the most part. The one thing that we didn't have was a shaft for the guy that overpowers it. The fellow that hits it too high, that spins it too much, that is challenged in that way. So we then developed the C-taper, which is that shaft. It's a low flight, low spin shaft. Feels good still, but in order to have a complete product line, that was the one. Now we do have a complete product line.
So fans of KBS can go to a store and say, I want to be fit for KBS, and feel comfortable that they are definitely going to have the proper shaft for them.
The thing that makes us most comfortable is usually they don't have to ask for KBS. If they're going to go to a good fitter, they're going to probably fall into our shafts. And fitting, in order to, as far as I'm concerned, if you're aligned with someone, it makes the fitting part a little bit more difficult than if you. I think it should be left wide open.
Let the product speak for itself.
Let the product speak for itself, and that is an area that we have done extremely well in. The aftermarket, the guys that are doing the fitting, are really the fellows that have put our shafts on the map. That's where our shafts were going initially. The response was fantastic. Those guys talk to the OEMs, and then it kind of goes from there.
Well, definitely want to get fit. Check out the KBS shafts and let us know what you were fit for once you do.